Which hero should I buy? A question that has undoubtedly went across every Bloons player's mind. Well, don't you worry, because I'm here to answer that question for you. I've broken down the game into sections where they should be used, so if there's a certain way you play, just skip to there. Right, for the first section, we have boss events. Generally for these, you need a shed load of popping power, which most heroes aren't really able to achieve. How do you get around this though? You go for heroes that are focused on the second most important factor, money. The first of these would be Benjamin. Ever wonder why in all of the boss tutorials the creators are using Benjamin? It's because he is so simple to use. If you want someone that you're able to just plonk down and win from, this is the hero for you. He also gives you the ability to get extra money from practically every source. Using banks, this guy's got you. Just using profits from a round completion, this guy's got you. Are you just getting money from pops? This guy has got you. Benjamin is a hero that is just made for getting you more money, and he fits that niche perfectly. The other option that you could use would be Geraldo. There are two reasons to use Geraldo in boss events. The first would be that he can get you a shed load of money. Due to his NFT, he is able to make a very similar amount to Benjamin when he sells it, which will in turn allow you to get more better towers. The other and main reason would be to get high level paragons. In boss events, having paragons becomes almost essential, especially in Elite, and Geraldo is the perfect guy for this. Because of his paragon totem, he is able to get paragons to levels that they weren't able to before. The only disadvantage to using Geraldo would be that things like his NFT you can only buy and sell once. So once you've sold it, you aren't making any more money off it. The next section is going to be about if you're wanting to beat Chimps. Honestly, Geraldo and Benjamin would probably dominate this section if it weren't for the fact that you can't make any income here. So here are my other suggestions. The first hero I would recommend would be Etienne. Etienne is a drone-wielding little French boy. He starts off pretty weak with his drones doing next to no damage, but once you start leveling him, that is when he starts to get good. Firstly, he has his UAV. This allows every tower to get camo balloon detection. There is no way to understate it. This ability is incredible, especially once you start going up against DDTs. The next would be his last level with the permanent UCAV. Think of this as just a permanent Spectre, but slightly better and half the price. Overall, Etienne is a brilliant pick, but he is just a bit weak at the start, so keep that in mind. Next up, we have Adora. Adora is an amazing hero that I would say is on par with Etienne. However, she does have some key differences from Etienne. Firstly, she is just a solid hero that does good damage from start, mid, and end. She also has probably got the fastest leveling system due to her sacrifice, which can get you up to level 20 instantly if you sacrifice the right things. And finally, in sort of unrelated one, but you can upgrade her past level 20. Not literally, but if you get a true Sun God in range of her, she also gets upgraded. However, you will almost never see this in a Chimps game, so it doesn't really matter. Adora is just overall a really solid hero with next to no downsides. So yeah, just get her when you can. Finally, we have Azili. Azili is a very mediocre tower who has troubles dealing with large groups of balloons, and is practically useless at dealing with things like ceramics. So you might be wondering, why is she up here? This is why. She is able to give you free rounds with any single Moabs. So if you're on round 40, 60, 80, or 100, you're cruising. Besides that though, she's kind of useless, so I wouldn't really recommend her for anything else. She does have a cool skin though. For the next section, we're going to have monkeys who are a little too niche for their general use. But if they're in their niches, that is where they shine. The first one in this section is Sorda. Sorda is an amazing tower who's able to deal a lot of consistent damage. The only problem with her is her range. Due to her using swords, she becomes useless on a lot of harder maps where range is important. However, if you find a nice map, like Balance, which has a lot of close range spots that overlap, you are in for an easy game. Overall, she is very fun. The second one in this section is going to have to be Brickle. Brickle is an amazing tower with her bombs able to shred through Moabs, and her boosts able to boost all other water-based towers. However, that is where the problem lies. You need water to be able to use her. On top of this, to put her to her full potential, you need a lot of water to be able to put towers around that she can boost. Overall, Brickle is a great tower, but she's just very limited by the fact that you need water and a lot of room to make her useful. For the final section, we have heroes that are just good for general use. Well, it could be argued that every hero would fit into this. The other ones listed before have places where they excel over others. However, this by no way means that these heroes are bad. They just don't fit into a specific area. Right, first up we got Sai. Sai is a conceptually cool monkey who functions very similarly to Azili. The only difference is that Sai has global range, but they can't deal with bads. Because of this, they end up falling later on and get outshined by other heroes at the start. Fusty. Ooh, big monkey. Ooh. Now, on a serious note, Pat Fusty is awesome. He has decent damage with kinda weak range. He does, however, have his Rallying Roar, which is very good, as it boosts other monkeys around him. The only problem is he doesn't do anything better than anyone else. Think of him as like Diet Soda. And last but not least, we have Churchill. Oh, where to start with Churchill? In a previous video, I put him over Brickle. After some revision, I take that back. Churchill is just simply not worth it. Firstly, it costs about half a kidney to buy him at the start. He also is only good at the start, slowly getting outclassed by literally everything else. There aren't really many things that this guy does that others can't do better. For me, this is easily the worst purchasable hero. So don't get him. So, do you guys agree with my takes? If not, tell me why. Leave a comment. And yeah, that's the end of the video. Okay, bye.